A very surprising announcement just in earlier today from Alissa White-Gluz of Arch Enemy, revealing that after 12 years with the band, she's stepping down from the group. And fans won't have to wait long to find out what her next move is going to be. And also, we're learning a little bit more about what the plan is for Arch Enemy. Are they done as a band, or do they have plans to continue? We're going to break all this down and more, and what this could mean for the future of both Alissa and Arch Enemy. Here's what we know. Alissa White-Gluz is officially out of Arch Enemy, and the split just shook the metal world. Now everyone is asking the same thing. Why did this happen now, and what does it mean for both Arch Enemy and Alissa's next chapter? Early this morning, Arch Enemy dropped a short, blunt statement on their socials saying they parted ways with Alissa and thanking her for the years in the music. But they didn't give a reason, they didn't hint at any drama, just a clean break on paper. And the line that really jumped out at everyone was the closer. They wrote, quote, "Whenever there is an ending, there's also a beginning. See you in 2026. So no explanation, but a big tease that the band plans to be back next year, presumably with a new lineup and a new era. And not long after that, Alissa posted her own message to fans. She wrote, quote, "After 12 years in Arch Enemy, we have parted ways. I am forever thankful to the thousands of amazing fans I have met along the way. Thank you, Beastlings." She also told fans, stay tuned for big news in 2026 and see you very soon, making it crystal clear she's not going anywhere, just moving on. Now, she didn't really acknowledge her bandmates in that statement, nothing about their shared history together, just really a message straight directed at the fans. So it's unclear exactly what led to this split, but she's leaving that group and launching her own solo career, that is for sure. And look, she didn't waste any time proving it. Alongside the breakup news, Alissa finally kicked off the solo era she's been talking about for years, dropping a brand new song and video called "The Room Where She Died" from her upcoming debut solo album. So it seems like this has been in the cards for a while, and this wasn't some last minute thing that she just threw together. And on the Arch Enemy side, this is the end of a major chapter. Of course, Alissa jumped back in 2014, taking over from Angela, their previous vocalist, when she stepped back from the band. And this was an interesting situation because she stayed on as the band's manager and basically handpicked Alissa as her successor. So, this band has a good track record of moving on amicably, obviously. That's a pretty unique arrangement there. So with Alissa up front, they dropped 4 studio albums: War Eternal, Will to Power, Deceivers, and this year's Blood Dynasty, which is now, of course, her final Arch Enemy record. They just wrapped the European Blood Dynasty tour a week ago, so the split is hitting right after a full album cycle and a big run of shows. For a lot of fans, Alissa is the voice they came up with. Her era took Arch Enemy really to the next level, to a massive level as they are now in the metal world all over the globe. And that's why so many fans are understandably disappointed. There hasn't been any issues publicly, no internal disputes from what we know, nothing obvious that you could point to and say, hey, we could see this happening. It just was really out of nowhere for fans. And so this is very unfortunate to see. But the good news is, for those fans that are disappointed, you're going to get the best of both worlds. It looks like Arch Enemy is going to be doing their thing in 2026. And Alissa has her solo record coming, and the new music sounds fantastic. So definitely rooting for both parties in this situation to keep going strong. And look, and I think it's appealing for some artists like her. She has her own unique star power. She's able to go out and do the solo thing. She's got her own fans, her own community. And I just think that's really appealing to a lot of artists, where when you're in bands, you've got to kind of run decisions by a bunch of people. She has this creative vision that she wants to pursue fully. It doesn't necessarily mean that there was any sort of internal issue in the band. I think she really just wants to go out here and do her own thing. And so I'm glad she's sticking with it in her career. She's a very good vocalist, has a lot of star power. So it's going to be really cool to see what she comes up with. And of course, what Arch Enemy continues to do as well. I am sure there are going to be a lot of people putting in for that role to be the front woman or the front man, perhaps, of Arch Enemy in the future. We'll let you know as we learn more. As always, be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates right here at Rockfeed.